Alright, so morning again. We're heading out. It's Monday morning. It's 2 a.m. So I was going to leave at 4 to head down to Vancouver, but I decided to change my mind, and I woke up kind of fully rested around 1:30. I went to bed at like 6, and I was like, you know what, I'm fully rested, let's hit the road. So we're hitting the road. We're on the road right now. We're heading out to Kamloops is our first stop. We gotta get a coffee from our classic friends, the Tims, and pretty much head up the Coke after that. Now the Coke's only good to about Merritt, and then we have to turn on to 97C, and then halfway through 97C turn on 5A, go to 5A, then in Princeton we're going to turn down Highway 3. We are going to hit police and probably some roadblocks along the way. They are doing commercial vehicle checks for obvious reasons. We have a trucker coming up on us here. Turn down these high beams for him. Probably wondering what the fuck this guy has those cab lights on. But yeah, the good thing about LEDs is that this doesn't bother me. I can see from better than yesterday actually. I can see for miles. But yeah, we gotta hit that. It's gonna be a long day. I've never actually driven the highway this route yet, but from talking to other guys that I know, it's probably gonna be about 5 to 6 hours for us to do normally a 3-hour drive. Normally from my place I can get to Chilliwack in 3 hours, 3.5 hours to get to Lake Langley. This is a lot longer trip. However, this is a customer. I have 2 loads that have to go to Quesnel and one that goes to Prince George on the same trailer. And I booked these loads before the natural disaster happened, so my pricing is locked in. And just because a natural disaster happens, it does seem like it wouldn't be fair to me to do this job, but I had enough profit margin in the jobs where I'm okay. I'll take the hit. Instead of making $55 an hour, I'll make $45. And with the slower traffic, we'll more than likely end up being better on fuel too because of that. Because I think the max speed on Highway 3 right now is probably 80k, and with the checkpoints and everything else like that, they're gonna check paperwork. So we got all of our paperwork, we got all of our documents. I always normally do have them, but I double checked today because I don't want to run into the scenario where I don't have all the documentation and they turn me around. And not only are they going to turn you around, it's a $2,000 fine if you're caught driving on that road and you're not a commercial operator. Luckily, I have my stickers on the side of the truck with my magnet on the side of the truck with my numbers and all that stuff, and then I have my plates and everything, so when they see me, they should identify me as a Hotshot. See, the fact that it says my company name on the side and Hotshot is in the name, so should be fine, hopefully. So yeah, we're just gonna cruise off to Kamloops. I will start the time lapse in Kamloops because obviously I'm leaving my house. I don't want to time lapse where I live, at least not yet. I'm not really comfortable with people on the internet knowing where I live. So, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, I just figured I'd say good morning. We're on the road. It's gonna be a long day. Should be plenty of time-lapse footage. And when we get near the natural disaster areas on Highway 3 where the mudslide was, or the checkpoints, we'll turn the GoPro on to record a full video, not just a time-lapse. That way you guys can see what I see and see what I see. When I get bigger SD cards, I do have big SD cards coming. I have 1 terabyte SanDisk cards coming, so then I can actually record every minute of my road trip instead of just doing time lapses. Right now I have a 256 gigabyte card for the GoPro. It's only good for about, I think it's 15 hours of recording, but I'm on the road a lot and my laptop does not have a ton of storage. I only have a 256 gig hard drive in the laptop, so I can only really record and edit 1 video at a time. I am planning to buy a new laptop. I actually ordered a new laptop last year and it never showed up. And when I went to go buy the new one, they all like pretty much went up $300-400 for a decent laptop, and then none are in stock. Right now, that's the problem too, is not in stock. I might have to go buy a MacBook, because a MacBook appears to be the only thing that's in stock on a regular basis right now. I cannot find one of the Ryzen 7, or I won't buy an Intel laptop because it's just a waste of money and time at that point. Unless you get like a 12th gen, the new ones, if they make it. But I want a Ryzen 3700X or a 57 or 4700X, whatever the hell they are, the 8-core one, and go from there. Because if I'm going to edit on the road, I need a beastly computer. Although I have been thinking I might just put my computer in here. So I have a smaller rig. It's an i7 8700K with 32 gigs of RAM and all that, and it's in a micro case. It's in a tiny case, so I could put it in here and put a screen and a wireless keyboard and mouse in here. So I could actually have a PC in here. I have internet. I have unlimited data on my cell plan, so I can tether it to that, and I have LTE. I don't have 5G because my phone doesn't support it yet. I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max. I ordered a new iPhone 13 Pro Max, and but with 1 terabyte of storage, because I'm going to start doing vlogs. I want tons of storage, and unfortunately, you just can't get it right now. And so we're heading on that route. Another trucker. Seems that's all there is on this road. Is just truckers. It's crazy. And they're all being weird. They're all like looking at me. I can see them staring at the truck going, what the hell? Why does this guy have his lights on? And to be honest, it's not bad to drive with these because I don't have LEDs in these, so they're not ridiculously bright. Oh, I wish I could just turn that back one on. That'd be so nice. But no, I gotta have the front ones on. And I can't even manually turn that back one on. It has to be turned on with the dial up here. So it's pretty wild. But yeah, we'll continue down this road, and I'll start time lapse and cam loops, and if I need to update you guys on anything, I will. Hopefully we get down to Vancouver today. Hopefully they consider us Hotshot guys essential, because we are. So I don't know, we'll see what they say. See you soon. So, we're about 30 clicks from Princeton. We need to put fuel in. I'm down to 6 kilometers left on the gauge. We're pretty much below the red line on the, we're practically kissing the E. I don't like to push my diesels that far, but there was nowhere safe to pull over on this highway until just about now. There was like little pullouts, but not safe pullouts. And I'm not gonna fill up 100 and something liters of diesel in the slip tank in literally middle of nowhere. So I just found a stop. It's fine. We're gonna go put some diesel in. We're probably gonna fill the tank right now, to be honest, and then we will head back on the road. But as of right now, we're about 40 clicks outside of Princeton. We're gonna start hitting the areas that were affected by the mudslides and the rain and the bad weather. I'm hoping to get loaded quickly today. We got 2 pickups to do, and we have another storm coming actually today, Monday today. So we need to dilly-dally and get some shit done, because I don't want to get caught in that storm, or if I do, I want to get caught in the tail end of it. This is the worst time of the year to me, in my opinion, to drive, when it's always fluctuating between -4 and -10 and then +5, switching back and forth throughout the day. It's scary because you don't know, you see wet roads, but then you don't know if it's iced or if it's just wet. So you slow it down as to the conditions, but you're white knuckling, not white knuckling, but you're always attentive more than usual, because you're scared of sliding and hitting black ice and things like that. And you do hit them, but you know what to do. But it is what it is. Yeah, we're gonna get some diesel in this thing, and then we're gonna hit back on the road. Well, my day just went from fine to bad. My pump is dead, apparently. Or I don't know if it's dead. We'll leave power to it and see if we can. It probably just needs to warm up. It's probably gelled diesel in that tank right now, and if it is, we're fucked. We have to come up with a game plan quick. Chances are we're gonna end up having to siphon fuel out of the slip tank, unless it's completely gelled. I'm hoping it's not gelled. I really am. Gelled fuel sucks. It really does, and it fucks stuff. And I don't know, I gotta get the multimeter out, test the pump, make sure there's power going to the pump. If there's power going to the pump, and it's just frozen, we need to come up with a source of heat for it, or some way to warm it up to get the pump going, or something. We have to take it apart, check it, see what's happening. I got a nasty feeling that the pump is frozen, which is a problem we have to fix soon, because we're only at -4. If the pump's frozen now, we're gonna get really bad when it hits -20, -30 up here. Or it's still, unless I still have some summer diesel in there, or the gas station I filled the slip tank up the other day has summer diesel still in it. So we'll figure it out. I'll take you along. All right, so we got further into it. There's power getting to the pump, but the pump has a nice layer of frost on it. So I got a sneaking suspicion, unfortunately, that that pump is full, probably of water or something. I gotta get somewhere that's warmer. So we gotta hit the road here, because we have now 80 clicks. So I was able to get some fuel out of the system. Ooh, I'm getting close to that guy's trailer. See a guy coming. So I got some fuel out of the system. I stuck the hose in a couple of jabs, got it started. I did get it able to pump at least, I think, about 10 liters of fuel out of it. So that's fine. We're 40 clicks from Princeton, so I got double the distance of what it says I need in order to make it. So we're just gonna have to try. I'm hoping in Princeton, when I have better light, I could take the pump apart and have a look inside of it and see what's going on. Worst case scenario, if I have to, I'll take the pump off and I'll bring it here in the cab, and I will thaw it that way. I have vinyl floors in here, so it's not too bad. It looks like the fuel inside the tank is not gelled. I'm gonna turn these off actually, because we're on a pretty crappy road here. I'm gonna just turn on some ones. So we got, the fuel's not gelled in the tank itself, but there's also almost 400 liters in that tank. So, and it is, some of it is mixed with summer and winter diesel. You can tell because there's gelling, a little bit of gel just the surface of it, but it's mostly liquid. So definitely the two tanks of diesel I had in there before I filled up in the last videos you guys saw where I topped off the tanks, that fill up was done in the coast in Mission, and they haven't switched to winter diesel yet because, well, it doesn't get cold down there. So I'm pretty sure they haven't changed over because of that. But yeah, so I got a feeling that the pump's frozen rock hard, and no matter how much power I put to it, it's not gonna have it. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna leave power going to it, and maybe the wiring receiving electricity might help heat up a little bit. I don't know, I'm taking a shot in the dark at this point, but we're already getting up, we're at -1 right now, so we're already getting into a warmer place. Chances are that pump's gonna work in Princeton where it's warmer. At least I hope it's warmer. Or I don't know if there's even a gas station open, to be honest with you guys, because we're in a natural disaster zone. This is the only route for commercial vehicles of my size. Small cars can go 99, but right now this is one of the only routes that are open for us to even get down to Vancouver. Wow, this is it's quite the hill. Do you hear that? Oh yeah, I love the sound of a straight pipe drink bag. Oh my god, this truck is so great, straight pipes. Yes, the truck is deleted, and it's not illegal where I'm from. So, and I don't know why, I never understood why. I can go on a rant. Sorry about that, apparently my alarm went off. I can go on a rant for a half hour about why the DPF systems are absolute fucking trash and why they're pointless. Literally all a DPF system does is just stop you from seeing the soot, but doesn't stop the unburnt fuel from going into the atmosphere. It doesn't change, it doesn't do shit. A lot of people would go like, oh my god, it saves the environment. It doesn't. Oh, it's soot, it's soot. If the fuel injector is shooting fuel and there's not enough air to burn all the fuel, that soot has to go somewhere. And every diesel in history and will forever in time will burn black smoke when you floor it, especially from a dead stop without building up boost. That's just a fact. You can try to fix it with tuning, but it's not going to happen. Wow, this place is insane. It's like a big ass river. It's icy. Very, very icy. It's fine. That's why we use the Jake brake, because then, or the exhaust brake, as they would professionally say it. That way we don't have to, you know, slide shit out and cause issues. But yeah, no, emission systems and diesels are fucking stupid. They're just dumb. They don't work. They cause more headaches than anything else. And this shit, like right now, if my fuel's frozen in the slip tank, sure as shit my DEF would be frozen, because I've dealt with that before. And when you get DEF frozen, it's $1,000, because you gotta take it into a shop, you gotta tear the pump out, you gotta make sure nothing broke and no seals went, and then that's it. It's ridiculous. So hopefully we get somewhere warmer. I can try to get that pump going. I tried smacking it, maybe that would loosen stuff up, but it didn't help. So I gotta take the pump apart and see what's causing it. It's a good thing our pickup's not till like 8 o'clock, and we're only about 190 something clicks from town, or from where our pickup. So I'm hoping we can fix this pump and get some fuel in this truck, or we'd have to fill up. Hopefully there's a place to fill up. I know right now there's a limit to how much fuel you can have, so I don't know. We might have to we'll have to figure something out. That's just what it is. But we'll get it done. That's what we do. We figure out our problems, we fix them, and we get moving on. This is a Princess Auto pump. So yeah, laugh, I know. Cheap pump, what you expect? Yeah, it's a cheap pump, but you know what though? She's been fucking loyal, bud, for, fuck me, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years. And she was working the other day, and it got cold. This is the first time that pump's actually experienced real cold and having to be turned on. In Edmonton, when we had the pump, in the wintertime we never ran the slip tank because we never traveled far enough to go and need it. And in Alberta, fuel's cheap. So I never ran a slip tank because everywhere you went, diesel was like $1.15 or $1.10 or dollar, worst case, $19. So you would always find fuel for cheap. But here in BC, it can range from $1.35.9 all the way up to $1.80. And down in Vancouver, where I mostly pick up and ship and drop off and all that stuff, where most of my fuel stops are, because there's not a lot of them in the mountains, you end up paying a ton. And unfortunately, like between $1.30 and $1.50, that's 20 cents a liter, and that adds up fairly quickly when it comes to trucking. Like, we're talking on a monthly expense of a price difference of that, you're looking at almost a couple $1,000s in fuel expenses just in that 20-cent gap. So the slip tank, it saves me money. I know some people are going to say, well, it burns more fuel because you're carrying it. Not really. Not necessarily of how you would think it would be. Now, a truck, its rolling resistance is what causes fuel consumption. So carrying a lot pushes more pressure on the tires, which gives you more rolling resistance. That's why you take more. When you add a trailer, you add more tires, you add more weight to that rolling resistance. But if you have strong enough tires, like 16 ply on the trailer and 10 ply on your trucks, the higher the PSI on the tire, the more it can carry usually. So that's just kind of how it works. And when you figure it out, you can get a truck like this to be very fuel efficient. Like this truck empty, well, not empty, with me in it, with the slip tank, no trailer, say I'm going to go pick up a fifth wheel to move, I'll average 9 liters per 100, or almost 35, 37 miles to the gallon or something like that, with the slip tank full of diesel. So, and it's right behind, it just adds weight, but it's right up close to the center of the box. Not in the center, but right up to the top of the box, so it adds weight to all 4 tires, not to just the back tires. Oh boy, this is going to be a slow drive because this is not passing lane, and we're behind a big rig. Oh well, it is what it is. It takes as long as it takes. At least we have a route down there. So yeah, we're at 0 degrees right now. It's starting to warm up, so hopefully we get this this slip tank fixed, or this pump fixed, or I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out here soon, because yeah, we don't know what we're gonna do. But in the next stop in Princeton, we're gonna have a look at this tank. We're gonna open it up, take it apart, and we'll figure out and see what we can do. If it's just fucking gummed up with shit, then we'll get it fixed. We might have to run diesel 911 through it, which is fine, or we might have to bring it into the cab and heat it up. Unfortunately, we'd have to disconnect the wiring, so we have to give it the chop because it's wired into the truck. So if we have to give it the chop, we'll give it the chop. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, we'll see you guys soon. station and talk to the lovely lady here. Holy fuck, that's a pothole and a half if I ever hit one. Apparently there's a checkpoint just up this road. So I told you I'd report them and we'll find out if I'm considered essential or not. I don't think we're going to have any issues, to be honest. It's mostly just going to be like a level 1 inspection is probably what it's going to end up being like. Where they just check paperwork, your BOLs, things like that. We got all that. So hopefully they're happy with it. And then we will smash our way through that border. Oh, I hate wearing fucking police because it gets so staticky. Oh, shut up. My God, I know, I'm dying. I know, Dodge. I know. You want me to buy another truck, so you're gonna annoy the shit out of me and make sure I wear a seatbelt in an accident. So, yeah, so that's what, right now, that's what it's looking like. It's looking like we're gonna have to grab this checkpoint up here, and hopefully we're not gonna have too many issues. Hopefully these guys are nice and polite, and they let us get through here fairly simple. We have 2 BOLs anyways. We're picking up an ATV trailer, a water pump, and 2 pallets of boat stuff and miscellaneous things. So we'll see where we go from here, but who the fuck knows at this point. Wow, it looks awfully dark in the camera. Hopefully it doesn't look like that in actual. There's a lot of lights and stuff around here, and it's fairly bright. The moon's out, so like I don't even need high beams right now. It's insane. Oh, great. I sneezed. I'm gonna say I have COVID. It's actually just because I just pulled the hair out of my fucking nostril. And it's horrifyingly bad. Alright, so she says there's a checkpoint up by her house, and she lives about 5 minutes out of town. So we'll see here in 2 seconds. Apparently just up here. Yeah, road check ahead. Essential travel only. Alright, so we do have a checkpoint coming up. Let's make sure everything's going to be all good. I wonder if it's just going to be like COVID. Like, is this essential? Yes. Okay. I wonder if that's what it's going to be like, because I know when they did COVID, they weren't actually legally allowed to stop them from traveling, because the fact is that against the Charter of Rights in Canada. So like a lot of these places were putting up borders and stuff, and it's usually like, well, do you have a permit or do you have permission from the Supreme Court? And they'd turn around going, have a nice day, sir, and let you through, because they realized that they can't legally actually stop you, which is kind of funny. Where's this checkpoint? Like it says we're coming up to one, but I don't see it. Although she did say she lived 5 minutes out of town. We've only been on the road for about 2. So, or 4, maybe 4 minutes, maybe like 3, if that. This is right where the checkpoint is. Yeah, where we're going here. If we're able to get up to the coast or get down to the coast, it looks like this looks like the regular Coca Hall that we're going on right now. We're number 3, I think. Yeah, so we're on the 3. So corridor begins. Do 80. Okay. Oh, we're doing 80. So up here, we're now entering Hope. Now, based on what I understand from talking to my friends who've already done this trip, who work in this industry, they pretty much stated that you drive through Hope. You cannot go through Chilliwack. So you have to go through Hope and then go past through Hope, go past the bridge, go on to Highway 1, and then route back into Highway 7. Essential trip only. Highway 1 route closed to Yale Road. Yeah, we know that. Okay. And I know that Highway 5 from beyond Hope is absolutely shut down because it's still under 1.5 feet of water. That being said, I know this truck can easily get through 1.5 feet of water without issues, but I should probably turn this down even further. I don't know how well that system's going to pick up. So we might as well just get into this slow lane here first. so expensive down here right now. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna pull into the truck stop here. 0 degrees. I wonder if my pump's working yet. The pump's still fucking rock hard frozen. It's just because there's no diesel in it. It's mostly just water vapor right now that's causing issues. Looks like a lot of the truckers kind of stopped here for the night. I want to get a pass-through lane and just park straight ahead. That has a giant fucking hole in it. Yeah, it looks like a lot of truckers had the same idea as me. Just drive to the pass-through lanes and park. I imagine this place was a shit show 5 days ago. Camera lost. Okay, whatever reason. There we go. Alright. Said no parking here. Well, guess what, Cupcake? I'm gonna park right here for now. I need to look at the nav and see what's going on. Alright, we'll be back. I've taken so many photos of myself by now, it's not even funny, because like the camera resets itself back to look at me face mode with the photo. So I just looked at the camera, or not cameras, but the map. We do have to go back into Hope. The road's closed, but because Bridal Falls and stuff is all there, they want us to not go that way. So we're just hitting the road now. We'll get this done. I'm gonna go grab some Starbucks, 'cause I'm hungry. Bye. So, update. I just drove a half hour down Highway 1 from Chilliwack. Now, they said Chilliwack was closed. My GPS said the bridge was closed. I was like, okay, I understand that. So, I took a wrong turn, and I saw people driving across the bridge. I was like, I thought the bridge was closed. And I drove off across the bridge following traffic, and I realized that there's no one stopping us from turning right where it says the road's closed according to my nav. And it was fine. Everyone was turning. Well, push comes to shove, I drove all the way through Chilliwack. Like, no issues at all. Not a cop sign, nothing. Nothing at all. And my navigation realized, oh, you're driving on the bridge that was closed. Must be open. And it told me to sail it. Send it. Well, I sent it. I got to the border of Abbotsford, and two things happened. Number one, I got stopped by the police, and she didn't say, oh, the road's closed, you need to turn around, oh, you need to do this. No, your window tint. You know it's illegal to have window tint in BC. I know laws. Actually, you don't. And I corrected her on it. She didn't like that. It's the facts. Alberta driver's license, Alberta insurance, Alberta truck. Tint is not illegal where I live. technically. So she asked, like, do you live in BC? No. So it just makes me laugh that that's the way she was like all huff and puff about it. And then she mentioned, oh, this road's closed. And it's not because it was open earlier, apparently. It's closed now because the geo-engineer people, whoever the hell they are, determined that the road was unsafe to continue using it until repairs are done. So now I gotta drive all the way back 23 minutes to Highway 9, cross the bridge again, and drive back down 7, all the way to Mission. And then I can hop back over, and then I can get to Surrey. It's gonna be a long freaking day. I'm already 6 hours into this job because I have a 3-hour detour. Although I'm not gonna say the traffic was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be bumper to bumper traffic for Highway 3 or something of that nature. But yeah, you can tell that girl was a rookie, by the way. She had like, her uniform was pressed perfectly as if it just came out of the packaging. So I think she just either got started or just graduated, one of those two things. This girl in her Honda Civic ain't gonna do dick. Send it. It smells horrible here, by the way. It smells like death. That's what it smells like. This whole area just smells like dead cows and dead animals. And it would make sense. A lot of animals did die in this flood. Now, the road we're on right now was under almost a foot of water. What we're currently drawing on. So there's lots of RVs and stuff that sat in water. You can actually see the water levels on the RVs and on the buildings. You can see where the water level was on almost all these buildings. It means there's going to be a lot of water damaged merchandise hitting the market soon. Now, Highway 9. I need Highway 9. This isn't it. Okay. So yeah, so now we're backtracking to cross the bridge again in Eggerser, whatever it's called. And then we're going to drive down Highway 7 till we get to Mission. And then, yeah, from there I don't know what's going to happen. So, it is what it is. And we're going to get there. It's going to take some time, but we'll get this all dropped off. I'm sure of it. And then I'm going to pick up my second load in Richmond. And then I'm having a nap. I gotta take a break because in 2 hours I'm gonna be forced to take a break. So I have to sell my logbook anyways. So I'm definitely gonna have to figure it out soon. And I love how the speed limit's 80. Like there's multiple flashing lights and signs and everything saying 80. And yet people are like, I've lived here my whole life. 120. There's a reason why this road says 80. It's not because they don't feel like 80 is fast enough. It's because this road was a foot underwater for a week. And chances are the soil is still settling. This road's probably going to be destroyed by the time all this water goes away. Oh, that's going to suck. There's a C8 Corvette over there with the water line halfway up it. I bet you that dealership's either happy that it flooded or very upset that it did. Who knows? I don't have a clue. Man, it smells horrid down here. It smells like, you know when you open your washing machine and you had clothes staying there for a few days that were wet? It somewhat smells like that with a hint of dying animal. That's what it smells like here in Chilliwack. That's the closest smell I could think of. Yeah, that is the closest smell I could think of. A hint of fish with a dirty laundry smell. Not dirty laundry, but soggy dirty laundry. Oh well. Anyhow, we'll continue this video once I get into Surrey. Man, I don't know. That girl's white knuckling. That's insane. She's like headrest. She's like forcing herself against the headrest. Like, come on, guy. Chill. It's not the end of the world.
Discovery Houston, trim to ATO. Beautiful, beautiful.
So day just keeps getting better and better. So far, the pump's the fault. I thought it was frozen. I took it apart when I had a chance. I didn't find any ice, and it refused to pump diesel. The gear inside just turned and would lock itself, but wouldn't engage. I tried tapping it to see if I could get it to go like a starter. It wouldn't go, so the pump died. So I'm at Princess Auto. I got the 2 loads, and of course I need to fix my fuel system for the slip tank, and it's fucking pouring rain. So we got a new one. We got ourselves a Fel Pro pump. It's the only thing they had. $329 later, and I had to go buy a new was a new thing, slip pump tank thing, this, and some fittings, because for the life of me, I can't get this off. Now it's my own fault. I put airplane grade Loctite on it, so because it fell off on me on the last trip and fell into the bin, and I had a hell of a time getting it out. So I said, I don't want this falling off again, so I put this stupid shit on. Now when the pump fails, well, I can't get it off. But I'm gonna get the pump back on. We're gonna get the slip tank together. It's pouring rain. Vancouver is not disappointing with the weather. And there's a snowstorm on the mountains, and we ran out of logbook. So it looks like we're sleeping at a Princess Auto parking lot tonight. And well, we gotta get this pumped up. I'm fucking exhausted. I've been up now for 16 hours. We're gonna get the truck 100% good to go. We cannot go any further. I cannot stress that enough. There is no diesel. I stopped at 8 gas stations on the way here. Not a single one of them had diesel, and even if they did, it was almost $2 a liter, or $1.80. So it's insane. There's none available. I'm pretty much stuck here till I get this pump going. So we're gonna get that pump going, and we're gonna get home. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated as I go along. Bye. All right, after I would say an hour and a half of fucking around and 4 trips to Princess Auto, we got it working. We got a new pump, but we had to jank the shit out of it. Like it's not mounted in there. The screw that is meant to hold the pipe steady just immediately stripped the threads. It's not a good setup. I'll be frank with you right now. It is not a good setup. It's not as good as my other one, because I found a part on my other one here, so I'll show you. So on my other one, I found this coupler for my old pump, so you could thread in this nozzle and then use this coupler, and it tied down on it and tightened it down and actually mounted it. So when you had it on the slip tank, it didn't go away. This was the coupler for it. When I get home, I'm gonna try to reuse that coupler. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. So yeah, so my plan is once I get back home, we're gonna fire that coupler off the old one. I gotta use the vise, and I gotta get some heat on that old pump to get the old stuff off, and pretty much make this pump like that pump. It's gonna take a little bit of work. It's gonna take a little finagling. It's gonna take some fucking curse words, but it's gonna get done. We're full tank of diesel now. We can finally pump our own diesel. We're full. Oh my god, this took so much longer. This day, I was supposed to be back at my house by now, and we're not. So we're next to a train. We're here in Princess Auto. We're taking off, and we're gonna get the hell out of Dodge. We're gonna try to get out of the city. Legally, I can't even drive this truck right now. I don't think I have any time on my logbook left. I think I legit have 0 time. And that was an expensive repair, by the way. Holy hell, was that ever an expensive repair. Now, okay, not true. I spent more than that when I built the slip tank, and I bought the tank for $250, which was a smoking hot deal for a 100-gallon tank. And then the pump I spent about $350-ish on. And so we're gonna go, lots of receipts from Princess Auto. We did 4 trips to Princess Auto. And now, one thing left to do. I need to treat the diesel, so in case it doesn't freeze again. I have Diesel Extreme, or whatever the hell it is, Hotshot, Diesel Hotshot Secret treatment coming in. Apparently that fixes ticking injectors, which I do have an issue with right now. just recently it started getting really bad. I thought it might have been an issue, but the flow rate is so perfect on all of them. So I'm guessing it's just gummed up and dirty. So I'm going to try this chemical that everyone says it actually does work, unlike other chemicals. And if it doesn't, then we're going to tear off the top end of this, get the injectors out and clean them and give them a bath. But I'm going to add this to the tank. We'll get this fired up and we'll find somewhere to park for the night. See you guys soon.